Okay. Howdy, partner. It is Monday, 10/28/24. On my way to the gym. Picked up 2 clients this past week, which was very cool. The first I got we do these special events. And so the first I got from one of those, we took her through a session, had a great time, and financially these sessions we do are a little expensive. They actually are rather expensive. And so she agreed to do one more, which is awesome. The second one, which is really interesting, is this guy just approached me at the gym and just we got talking, and then he said, I'll train with you, and he bought some sessions, which was cool. And he said it was primarily because of my energy. He's like, all the other trainers around here, but I like you. You're a nice guy. Okay, cool. So that was sweet. Still have some more to go because I'm working on my goals to be full-time, and full-time is 20 sessions a week. So right now, lately I've been hovering around 7 to 9, maybe 10 some days. So we have a little ways to go here, a little bit of a push, but it's been very helpful to learn. One thing I'm also learning, and I work every single day pretty much, even if it's just one session. Just right now, I just take what I can get to get better. But the challenge has been when I'm not working, what to do? Question mark. Right? What do I do? And I don't necessarily have had any hobbies. Occasionally I'll go out, hang out with a buddy or some friends, whatnot, but don't have any consistent hobbies. And so this poses a challenge because I have found that the easiest and quickest way to fail on no fap semen retention is to be home, sitting around, bored, lazy, isolated. That seems to be a breeding ground for nefarious activity, let's say. And so yesterday I phoned a friend because I was getting close to failing, and my buddy Seb over here, and I sent a message asking for some support. Another reason why it's great to have people in your corner who can support you. And he gave me some good advice, and one of those pieces of advice was to imagine that Jesus is watching you at all times, right? And I was like, damn. And that might be hardcore for some people, right? And you can use whatever figure you want that you look up to, but that's the one he said, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. And so that was one point, but also to think about, it's kind of like the Matrix. And there's a scene, which I don't recall, but it's been referenced by Hormozy quite a bit, is when Trinity is talking to Neo, and she opens the door and she says, you've already been down this road. You already know what's there. What do you want to do? And he stays in the car and he goes on their adventure with them, takes the red pill. And that's essentially the choice that we have to make is, are we going to do the same things we've always done? We know where that road takes us. Or are we going to go and do something different? Something that really pushes us to a greater degree. And so I thought about that, and that helped tremendously. And I've noticed too, the longer that I've been on this no fap journey, particularly the no fap journey, I mean, I'm sure it could be a bit of everything, but especially with this, it's more poignant. I become more aware of it, is reconnecting with the inner child. Right? And so, I mean, I was 12, 13, 2009. And so the early 2000s was really the crux of my childhood. Graduated high school in 2013. And so it's like the whole early 2000s was really when I was doing all the kid stuff, right? And lately I've been having this kind of nostalgic kick for those things, for playing Halo 3, for playing Nintendo 64. Yesterday I turned on Dragon Ball Z Kai specifically, and just ate a peanut butter and jelly and watched that show. And it felt so good to just reconnect with that side of myself that just loves that stuff. It's always there. Our physical body gets older, and hopefully we get wiser with age, but there's something to be said about reconnecting with that inner child and experiencing the things that we enjoy. So lately I've been having a impulse to connect in that way and partake in some other hobbies I used to have as a kid. I think it's really important. So that's one of my new missions, right, is to fill my time when I'm not working with things that I enjoy doing and that are unique to me. It doesn't have to be unique, but unique to me, I find. Because I tend to escape through work, right? Like I have to hustle. And that's often led to burnout. Many, many times. Burnout, bit of depression, that sort of thing. And I'm grateful now because I've gone through the experience so many times that I would take on too much. I would do a million different things, podcast, email newsletter, this, that, the other thing, that I would have no energy left for myself to just relax, whatever that means for me, right? So cutting back on the extra things to focus on the few things that bring the most return has been very impactful for me. And so I highly recommend doing that. I think that's really helpful, reconnecting in that way. And yeah, a lot of lessons to be learned as always. I'm a little tired today. I ate a bunch yesterday. It could have something to do with it. And let's see what the day brings. Peace.